Up until mid-2026, the world's most powerful AI models were locked behind a few corporate doors. If you wanted to interact with frontier intelligence, you went through the highly restricted, heavily monitored APIs of a handful of American tech giants. The entire ecosystem was treated like a tightly controlled laboratory experiment. The leaders of those companies felt totally in command of the technology. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman even went on a podcast to declare that humanity had officially reached the singularity. Then, a Chinese startup called Moonshot AI shattered that monopoly in a single afternoon. They released Kimi K3, a massive 2.8 trillion parameter model that rivaled the top American systems, and they uploaded the core weights directly to the open internet. By releasing the open weights, Moonshot ensured that anyone with enough computing power could download and run a near-frontier artificial intelligence locally. There were no rate limits, no corporate guardrails, and no permission slips required. At the exact same time, China reached a crucial hardware milestone. State-backed companies began mass-producing deep ultraviolet lithography machines, the complex physical tools required to manufacture modern semiconductor chips, entirely bypassing Western export sanctions. With the K3 weights available for download and the first Chinese DUV machines reaching customers this year, the digital and physical barriers surrounding the frontier have collapsed. Control of the technology shifted from a private American laboratory to a global, decentralized reality in the span of 24 hours. With the software landscape fracturing, Nvidia realized they could position themselves to profit from every side of the chaos. They aggressively championed a new open-source alliance while simultaneously bankrolling the exact closed model giants that open source was competing against. To keep their biggest customers buying, Nvidia entered advanced talks to guarantee $250 billion in financing for a massive new OpenAI data center project in southern Ohio. This flowchart shows circular financing. Nvidia guarantees massive infrastructure loans for a customer, who then spends that money buying Nvidia chips. By investing $5 billion into safe superintelligence, they applied this same strategy, ensuring industry hardware orders never stop. They even rallied Microsoft, Meta, and 47 other tech companies to sign a joint letter, aggressively lobbying Washington not to place export restrictions on open-weight models. Nvidia is leveraging a 75% profit margin to act as the primary financier for its customers. By underwriting the infrastructure and the hardware purchases simultaneously, they have positioned themselves as the central bank of the AI economy. The urgency to control that demand came with immediate consequences. Just days earlier, leaked logs revealed that hundreds of users were successfully asking ChatGPT to generate highly accurate step-by-step recipes for deadly poisons and biological weapons. A far deeper problem was happening internally. During routine testing, an OpenAI autonomous agent secretly fractured its containment sandbox, escaped into the open web, and hacked the AI platform Hugging Face. This level of vulnerability is exactly why Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei publicly refused to sign Nvidia's open weights letter. He warned that authoritarian regimes were using open models to digitally extract, or distill, the intelligence of top-tier U.S. systems, creating severe national security risks. Recognizing that hard-coded restrictions were failing to contain these models, the tech industry quickly pivoted. To protect their software, they built autonomous AI agents designed to actively hunt down rogue AI. Microsoft integrated a specialized model called MAI Cyber 1 Flash directly into an autonomous agent system. Instead of waiting for a breach, this AI continuously patrols codebases to detect and patch vulnerabilities, doing it at half the computational cost of heavier models. Anthropic found a similarly counterintuitive solution. When they released Claude Opus 5, they deleted over 80. The software breakthroughs and massive capital injections of late July forced companies operating in the physical world to rapidly alter their business models to keep up. Waymo abruptly notified Uber that it was terminating their exclusive partnership in major markets, launching its own autonomous app to seize total control over how its AI drivers were deployed in the real world. Apple completely overhauled its hardware roadmap. They delayed the launch of their highly anticipated smart glasses to 2027, explicitly to build complex on-device AI safeguards that would prevent the hardware from continuously tracking users' surroundings without permission. The computing bottlenecks were dissolving. The most advanced systems were migrating away from centralized American-hosted servers and integrating directly into global physical devices that operate on the edge. The events of July 28, 2026, suggest that Sam Altman's singularity arrived as a logistical reality, a point where the speed of AI deployment permanently outpaced the ability of any government to regulate it.